Thank you. Good luck to both teams and let the game begin. Thank you.
A nice touch there from the New York Minor Board Chairman Danny Brown, just remembering Christy Brosnan, Father Vice Chairman Mike Brosnan, Seamus Dooley, former Chairman of the New York GA, and the victims of the Bloody Sunday Massacre in Croke Park 100 years ago last night. Dave, just I thought a nice touch there by the Minor Board, just remembering those who passed on just ahead of our Minor Board final.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to remember those people, great contributors to the GAA, and again what happened 100 years ago is very touching. Absolutely.
And just a word on today's game. It's a repeat of the Junior B final. A lot of the players played in the Junior B final there earlier in the year. Shannon Gaels came out on top there earlier. About 7 players back from the Rangers from last week's epic victory against Rockland. But Rangers won in the regular season, but it's a very strong Shannon Gaels team. A lot of the members there of the Junior B winning team, a lot of familiar names to people back home. They'll be a force to reckon with here today. Dave, what do you think?
Well, I saw them last week play in the semi-final, and they came out hard and won well. And as you saw this past weekend over Ireland, favorites don't mean anything. So yeah. I'm looking forward to this game, and hopefully it can be as good as the one last week, because that was a cracker.
Absolutely. Just ask Cork and Donegal what the favourites tag means.
I'm glad you showed up.
Yeah. Well, what a fantastic bunch of semi-finals we've got lined up now in 2020. The exact same semi-finals as happened 100 years ago. Could you believe it? They're Dublin and Cavan, the Ulster and Leinster champions, and Tipperary and Mayo there. So just before we get started there today, any thoughts on do you think that anybody can stop the Dubs this year, Dave, or what do you think?
I probably had an opinion before this weekend, but it looks like everything's up for grabs. I mean, Dublin's performance against Meath was phenomenal. But again, you saw Tipperary come out and beat Cork. Yeah. And Donegal went down against a very tenacious and committed Cavan team. So, great weekend.
Absolutely. The referee here today is Peter McCormick from the McCool's Club in Donegal and the Donegal New York Club here in New York City. Very experienced referee. Refereed the senior final this year. Refereed the under-16 final. Did a very good job last week, Dave. And he's got one of the biggest games we have now, the under-18 final. It's always physical and hard-hitting football in the minors, but we know there's good footballers out there. But it's also minors is always a tricky one to referee. What do you think, Dave?
I did a few of them during my tenure as a referee, and it's going to be a really good game.
Absolutely.
A really good game. And as you said, Peter's done a few of the finals recently, both for the minor board and also the senior board. Absolutely
there. So just to call out the teams before we get going. For the New York Rangers in goals, Calvin Quinn, Owen McCaffrey, cornerback, Evan Mulgrew, the fullback, Rory McCormick make up the full back line, Kieran O'Connor, Niall McKenna, Connor Crosby in the halfbacks, Mike Ryan and Emmett Loughran midfield, Joey Grace, Jack Rooney and Ashton Walsh make up the half forward line, Shane McElligott, Chris Mulvihill, Chris Kennedy the full forwards, Roger Reyes, Dennis Mahoney, Michal Loughran, Cathal Egan and Nevin Murphy the subs. As we get going here now in Gaelic Park, Shannon Gaels team to come in a second here now as Oisin Mathers gets on the ball. He's an electric player, can tear defences apart. He gets the ball and he hands it off there to Sean Smith, I believe, and it goes over in the direction of Senan Price. Senan Price gives it off there to Sean Smith. Sean Smith wearing the number 12 jersey, but he's turned over there by the Rangers, and well done there to the Rangers. I believe that was, just have to look closely there now, I think that was Connor Crosby there. No, Niall McKenna.
Yeah, foul coming out.
Foul coming out of defence there now, and Evan Mulgrew, the fullback, is going to take this. Evan's got a massive boot there now. Expect to see this going. Oh, yeah, goes short. And that's over towards Connor Crosby. Connor Crosby looks up there in the direction of Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna gives it over there to Crosby. Crosby back to McKenna again. McKenna goes down the field and he looks up and he sees Jack Rooney there. Midfield last week for the under-16s. He's half forward tonight for the under-18s, and a big ball down the field, but Brendan Ferguson, the Shannon Gaels full back, comes out to it. On it now is Senan Price. Senan Price goes through one tackle and he breaks it, takes a solo. He's trying to go through Mike Ryan. He'll have a job doing that, and that is Julian Jamashi. Kicks it in there now in the direction of the Rangers full forward air line, but Rangers managed to break it down, turn it over, and Connor Crosby gives it off there to Mike Ryan. Mike Ryan wearing the red shorts. He's under a lot of pressure there, and the ball drops down. Mike Ryan plays it along the ground to Joey Grace. That man, Joey Grace, he's a Tipperary man. And Joey's turned over, a bit casual, managed to turn. He's fouled. I tell you, he was lucky to win that free, Dave. What do you think?
I think he picked it off the ground.
Oh yeah, but okay. And Joey plays it down in the direction of Shea McGilligan. Shea McGilligan, a man with Kerry blood, takes the ball on there now, and that is Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran's got space. He's going to turn back here now. He's got Shea in support. Shea looks up. Not too many options here now. Joey Grace gets on the ball here now. He's going to have to go through two men to create a scoring chance, and he gives it off there in the direction of Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran, a player who's come on, leaps and bounds over the last years. He's now midfield for the New York Rangers, played in the Junior Bs, as Shea McGilligan off the left boot, and he curls it. Does it go over? Just to the left and just wide. Promising start from both teams, Dave. What do you think?
Very well done so far.
Absolutely. Ryan Corrigan now with the kick for the Shannon Gaels. He looks up here now. He's got options all over the park. He can drive it long. He can go short. Two-step kick up. Big kick, and Conor Crosby breaks it down now in the direction of Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy's going to win that sideline ball. Kenny plays it over in the direction of Shannon Price. Shannon Price wins that ball, breaks a tackle there, spins to the right, and he creates some space for himself. He takes a hop, he takes a solo, tries to go through Niall McKenna, and he does so. Shannon Price bearing down on goals, gives it off to Oshie Mathers. Oshie Mathers through two tackles, but he can't break Mike Ryan's tackle. He looks up here now, and he creates a shot for himself. It goes to the wide, just to the right and wide. Good chance there now for Shannon Gaels. Great work there by Shannon Price and Kenny Murphy from this side of the field. As Calvin Quinn looks up, he had a great game out the field there last week, Calvin Quinn, but he's also a phenomenal shot stopper. He'll have to his work cut out today, Dave, with no goals. Calvin Quinn with the kick out. High ball, drops around the 60-metre mark as the Shannon Gaels break it down. Niall McKenna gets on that as Mike Ryan breaks one tackle. He keeps going. No, referee calls him back. No, if the whistle blows, there ain't no advantage. Niall McKenna on the ball. He's going to need space here now. A lot of static play in front of him, but he goes long with it, and it's gone in the direction of Shea McGilligan. Shea McGilligan, the ball bounces down in front of Shea. He does very well to win the ball out in front. He's got Chris Mulvihill there in support. Chris takes the shot, and it goes to the left, and it goes wide. I think that was the right call there, Dave. What do you think?
Yeah, it looked like it went to the left.
I think it just creeped to the left and wide. Still no score. 25 minutes gone. Second ball on the field, and we're going to clear that off. 25 minutes gone here, no score, Dave. Very, very even. What do you think?
Let's give and go here.
Yep, Ryan Corrigan goes long with it. Long ball. Goes about 65 metres, but Niall McKenna's going to win the foot race now. Does it go over the sideline? Yes, it does. Niall McKenna's going to look up here now. He's going to need a lot of options because this is a tight angle. Niall looks up, goes long. This might even go back out of play. Nope, Shea McGilligan does well to break it down there. That was well done there now. But yeah, and Tommy Fahey, very experienced vice chairman of the New York Minor Board. Tommy Fahey, you'll see there's not too much that Tommy will miss. Shea goes short, goes over to Joey Grace. Joey Grace gets on the ball here now, and it goes in the direction of Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran, oh, there's a slip there by the Shannon Gaels defence. Emmett just loses possession at the last second, but Joey Grace manages to win it back here now. On to Emmett Loughran, ships a heavy tackle and creates space for himself. He goes short, and it goes over the bar.
First point of the day.
First point, Emmett Loughran. Good score for the Rangers. That'll sell some nerves there, Dave. What do you think there now?
Exactly.
They need that there now. They'll need to take every chance they have. I don't see there being much between these teams, just like last week, Dave. Early exchanges, very, very tight. Ryan Corrigan. Oh, well broken down now by Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh looks up, and Jack Rooney gets on it there now. He gives it off in the direction of Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran looks up, and he gives it over there to Shea McGilligan. Shea McGilligan's got a one-on-one, but he takes the shot, and it goes curling over the bar. And a great score for Shea McGilligan. Yep. Great build-up play by the New York Rangers, Dave.
Two back-to-back points.
Absolutely. 2 scores in 30 seconds there now for the New York Rangers there as Ryan Corrigan prepares to take the kick out here now. And it goes long here now, down in the direction. Oh, well done. No mark. Pushing the back is referee Pete McCormick as Conor Crosby's going to get on the ball here now. Niall McKenna, they'll probably settle the nerves here now and leave it down to Niall. Niall, a student of Fordham Prep there for the Rangers. He's a very, very talented rugby player and football player. He's a real difference maker as Shea McGilligan gets on that ball there now. He's under a lot of pressure there from the Shannon Gaels, but looks very tidy. Nothing wrong there from Shea as he kicks the ball, and a great score for Shea McGilligan. 2 points for Shea.
3 points in a row there.
2 points in a row there for Shea McGilligan. Emmett Loughran. Might even be 3 for Shea there. I'll have to double check there now. So, the Rangers 2 points for Shea, 1 point for Emmett Loughran, and a high ball. What a catch by Niall McKenna. Great play there now as Evan Mulgrew takes the ball down the middle. He's taking the receiving pass, a full-back who can play up in the forwards as Emmett Loughran gets on the ball here now. He ships one tackle and he does well to break it. He's got Shea McGallagher one-on-one. Shea with the shot, blocked down by Ryan Corrigan as the Shannon Gaels break out of defence. What a play there. Now, hard luck. Jesus, some fantastic football there, Dave. What do you think? Fantastic stop by Ryan Corrigan. Shea McGallagher one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Maybe he could have done a bit better, but I think you have to hand it to the goalkeeper. He did very, very well there now.
Came off the line.
Absolutely. Ashton Walsh gets the ball in. They're going long, but the Shannon Gaels defence, and that is Oisin Foy. Oisin Foy gets the ball over there now in the direction of Luke Corrigan. Luke Corrigan there now, very experienced player, 2 years with the New York Fela team there a number of years ago. As he scrambles down the field, he looks up there now and he's got options all over the field in front of him. Shannon Gaels going short. They go over there in the direction of James Kirk. James Kirk on the ball there now. And we'll have to look up there now to see who's on the ball there as the Shannon Gaels break forward, and they're going for Oisin Matters, but a great intercept there by the New York Rangers, who intercepted again, and that's Shannon Price on the ball there now off the left boot. It goes short and Calvin Quinn managed to hold on to the ball. He's under pressure from Oisin Matters, but the Rangers managed to get it out of the defence there as I think that is Conor Crosby gets the ball there now, and it is Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh there now goes down to Emmett Loughran. Emmett's going to be carrying the ball down here. Oh, well done.
Great speed.
Great transition from defence into attack there as Chris Mulvihill creates some space for himself, but he's blocked down there by the Shannon Gaels, and they turn the ball over as they come out of defence now. They're under a lot of pressure, and Lukey Carding gives it off there now in the direction of Kenny Murphy, and Kenny's fouled there, does very well.
Yep,
I think a slight push in the back. Yeah, nothing in there now, but Conor Crosby and Kenny Murphy are going to have a great battle here down on the left hand side of the field as Kenny Murphy leaves the ball. Is he going to take it? Yep, going to leave it there down now for Shannon Price. A lot of Kerry influence here, Dave Ryan. We have Paddy Mulvihill on one side, and great turnover there by the Shannon Gaels. And that is Rory Duggan. Rory wins his free. Yep, very experienced player there. Rory Duggan gives it short. Great ball there now as the Shannon Gaels manage to create a chance here now. Charlie McFadden, the Donegal man, takes a shot, but he's blocked down by the New York Rangers, and they come out of defence there under a lot of pressure there now. They're going to have to work hard to get this ball out of the defence as Evan Mulgrew gets on the ball here now. Great defence and a turnover by the Rangers, but it goes short there now for Oisin Mathers, and Oisin kicks it over the bar. A great score for Oisin
Right over the
Mathers.
black spot.
Great score there now for the Shannon Gaels. That'll settle their nerves after going 3 points down. We're 10 minutes into the first half there, and the Shannon Gaels are off the mark there now. I'm going to wait here for Conor Crosby to tie his laces. No, we're not. Calvin Quinn decides we only need 14 players to beat the Rangers out the field, and Shannon Gaels managed to turn that ball over, but it's dispossessed by Emmett Loughran, and Fintan Corbett gets on the ball there now, gives it off there now in the direction of Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith looks up there now, big ball in, bounces on the ground. Shannon Gaels, Julian Jamashi gets on the ball there now. It's a one-on-one chance there for the goalkeeper, and he kicks it, and it goes in the back of the net. James Kirk with the goal. James Kirk, he used to be a goalkeeper, but now he plays corner forward there for the Shannon Gaels, and that'll be a great nerve settler now for the Shannon Gaels after going a couple of points down there now. Dave, what do you think there?
It's back and forth.
Back and forth all the time. Calvin Quinn with another kick out here now. He goes long now in the direction of Mikey Ryan. Mikey Ryan goes up high, but what a catch from Oisin Matters, and he kicks the ball there down in the direction of Charlie McFadden. Charlie McFadden's going to have his work cut out here now to create a score, and it goes off the goalkeeper. No, it's a wide ball.
A lot of space there.
Lot of space now. Yep. Another goal for the Shannon Gaels now would be a big boost for them. They're currently 1 point up. 19 minutes and 30 seconds gone here now as the New York Rangers trail by a point to the Shannon Gaels. Attacking options all over the field for the Shannon Gaels as Calvin Quinn kicks this ball out now long in the direction of Joey Grace is under pressure and he's fouled. Yep. Joey is fouled there now. No. And that is Julian. Julian's going to be on Joey all day today. That's going to be a fearsome battle now as the ball goes in the direction of Shea McGallagher. Shea McGallagher manages the ball goes between Shea and Liam O'Connell. Liam O'Connell gets the better of him this time now. Liam passes the ball now down in the direction of Brendan Ferguson. Brendan Ferguson charges down the field. Mikey Ryan's going to get a big hit on here now. The ball, he does well to keep the ball in play, but Shea McGallagher turns the ball over. He goes long in the direction of Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill's what an intercept by Fintan Corbett. He did very good there. Rangers would have had a chance there now to go in for a one-on-one, but they managed to turn it over again to Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney over in the direction of Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh plays it off to Emmett Loughran. Out in the D, he's about 35 yards out. Thinks of a shot, but gives it back to Joey Grace. Joey Grace gives it off here to Shane McGilligan. Shane McGilligan's got space. He's got the boot, but he gives it off here now to Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran's got the shot. He hits it, and it goes over the bar, and a great score for the New York Rangers. 2 points for Emmett Loughran. 4 points for the New York Rangers. What a great score there from Emmett Loughran there, Dave Ryan. What do you think?
Yeah, great score from a tough angle.
Absolutely there now. Nothing between these teams. I think we're in for a nail biter just like last week, Dave. Our nerves can't handle it. We're hoping you at home can handle it a bit better than we can here as the ball breaks down the middle of the field. And the Shannon Gaels win their free there now. That's Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith's going to get on this ball here now. His father's a Cavan man. He'll be the happiest man in town if Shannon Gaels can do the double and the treble today after winning the Junior B Ladies Final football. Here now as the Shannon Gaels work a scoring chance, and that is Julian. Julian hits the shot, but it goes to the left and it goes wide. Oh no, it's over the bar, Dave.
Yep.
And a great score for Julian Jamashi. Great score there for Julian.
Another tough angle.
Yep. James Kirk with the goal. Julian with a point. Oisin Matters with a point. 3 different scores for the Shannon Gaels and 2 different scores for the New York Rangers as Calvin Quinn kicks the ball out here now. 17 minutes and 30 seconds gone here in the first half of the New York Minor Board U18 final. Ball breaks down now for Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith gives it off there in the direction of Charlie McFadden. Charlie's going to have a footwork cut out here, and he has it cut out by the New York Rangers defence. And that is Niall McKenna, we think. Niall's going to give it off here now in the direction of Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh, pivotal player for the Rangers last week. He's going to work hard here now as Shane McGilligan does very well to win that ball out in front. He's got space, but he's got a difficult distance there to create a shot there now, and he gives it back to Joey Grace. Joey Grace with the shot. It's going to just trail to the left and just trails out to the wide. 3 points, 3 wides there now for... Hey, I think we're near the water break. The water break between minutes 15 and 17, but I think Pete McCormick might just decide to play on here now. We have...
You might need a break.
Yeah, I need a break. So I don't know about the players. What a catch there now from Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy with the short ball. That's a bit short. Yeah. A bit too short there now, and it's going to be a free to the New York Rangers. The ball went too short there now. Kenny Murphy's not happy about it, but he should read the official guide there. The ball must travel 13 metres. And it's a free for the New York Rangers. Niall McKenna's going to take this shot here now. I think Pete McCormick's got all the big decisions there today so far. Very, very experienced referee. As the ball goes short now in the direction of Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill spins out of a tackle there, but he's under a lot of pressure from the Shannon Gaels. Yeah, he's going to have to work hard there now, and he wins his free in. Well, did well to hold on to it now. Brendan Ferguson puts a lot of pressure on Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill's a man, can kick it with the left and the right foot here now. Created the game-winning score here last week to Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy not got a chance to get on the ball here, but we've seen last week 2 goals and 5 points. That's what he did in the U16 final. Once he gets on it, Julian Lukey Carlin's going to have a lot of work as Joey Grace with the shot just trails. He had the distance there, and that good effort there. Yep, 40 yards out as we go for the water break here now, Dave. And the game is just a point between the 2 teams, Dave. What do you have to say about that? Not much.
Kind of what we expected, right?
Absolutely there. Yeah, we see a tight game coming. It's going to be a couple of points in it at the most here now. Some great play there. You see Shane McGilligan doing well there for the Rangers. Emmett Loughran dominating around the middle of the field, and with the Shannon Gaels, Oisin Matters, Shannon Price, Kenny Murphy, Charlie McFadden taking some good chances here. Really nothing separating these teams, and it's good to see the game being played in a good fashion there. They have no dirty slaps so far, nothing, no back chat, no discipline issues there, and that's what we'd like to see now for the rest of the game. Is Sean Price there. We spoke about the Kerry influence there now. Sean Price and Robert Carden there, two experienced former New York minor board Fela managers there. Very, Shannon Gaels just shows the coaching strength and depth they have to have 2 Fela managers there on the sideline for them. And Dave Ryan, I'd say that's a lot of experience there when it comes to these age group players. They've been with them now maybe 13 or 14 years. They've grown up with these kids, and it's great to see these boys staying in it. Good panel on both sides of the field. It shows the great work being done by the Rangers and the Shannon Gaels club.
Right, and speaking of growing up with these kids, Simon, you've been a big part of the minor board since you came here, and you've seen these kids since they were probably under 8s, 10s.
Yeah. I remember a U8 tournament there 10 years ago when Oisin Matters captained the Shannon Gaels U8 team in the Kenny Fahey competition that St Barnabas run every year. We knew then that they would be stars. Shannon Gaels had a bunch of great players, but with them all along the way was the New York Rangers, and it's great to see that the Rangers there one of the oldest clubs in the New York Minor Board, playing one of the youngest clubs, Shannon Gaels. Dave, I'd say they're about 15 or 16 years old.
I'd say about that, yes. They've really come on strong in the last 10 years or so.
But just talk about the history there of the Rangers club there, Dave. Really been a part of the minor board and the senior board now for a long, long time. They really have, they're really one of the backboards there of youth football here. Girls and boys football, it's great to see them doing here in New York.
Yeah, they were one of the original clubs here, and it's a credit to how they've continued to grow. And as I said last week, they have multiple teams in the adult division and compete here at underage, and it's a great club, and I was glad to be a part of it for a while.
Absolutely. On the sideline as well for the New York Rangers is Paddy Curtis. Paddy Curtis, he's been a backbone of this club since he joined a couple of years ago now. He's seen a real step up the mark. The quality of training now for the Rangers at all levels. He's a big part of that, and good to see young men like Paddy coming back in and giving it back to the minor board there, and just shows what we can do. We have top level coaching as Niall McKenna breaks the ball down here now. The ball breaks down, and Shannon Price is going to win that, and the ball hits the deck. Anybody's ball here now, but Shannon Price wins it, and he wins his free. Shannon Price gives the ball off there now, over in the direction of Julian. Julian just drops the ball at the last second. I think he had the point scored before he had the ball in his hands, as the ball breaks down now for Joey Grace. Joey Grace gets on the ball. He's under tremendous pressure and he wins his free. He gives the ball off now in the direction of Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh has got options. He rides one tackle and gives it. Oh no, he keeps the ball there now. He's got Jack Rooney in support, but he decides to go himself, and he can. We've seen what he did last week when he had the ball in his own. Gives it off to Chris Mulville. Chris Mulville's got Joey Grace in support, but he doesn't need him. He gives the ball over. Oh, that's to nobody, but who's going to get it on here now? Only Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran, the Tyrone man here now, wins the ball, but he slips but loses the mark, but breaks one tackle as he continues on. He's got the shot. Has it got the accuracy? Just to the left and just wide. Just to the right of the post. Hard luck there now. Great ball into him. Emmett Loughran lost his footing but regained well, broke a tackle, created the angle, just couldn't get it over the bars. Ryan Corrigan kicks the ball out. Big kick now over in the direction of Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy just can't keep that ball in. Conor Crosby's going to get on the ball here now. Conor looks up. Where's that ball? Over in the direction of Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna gives a great ball now to Shane McElligott. Shane McElligott just hops over him, goes over him, and Liam O'Connell gets on that ball. Here now, Brendan Ferguson breaks a tackle, gives it back to Liam O'Connell. Liam O'Connell on the ball here now. He's got Lukey Carden in support. Lukey Carden, he's going to go over. Oh, he's under pressure from Chris Mulvihill, but he rides that tackle and gives the ball out. Big hit now, but Lukey Carden goes through that hit as well. Gives it off to Brendan Ferguson. Brendan Ferguson's got space, but he decides to give it back to Lukey Carden. Oh, no, not what we want to see here now. Shane McElligott and Ashton, they'd be well advised now to stop the ball here now.
I think Peter wants to have a word.
Now, what's going to happen here now? Lukey Carden, I don't know if he's going to intercede on behalf of Shane McElligott. I'd say maybe not.
He has the book out.
He has the book out. Difficult option here now, black card. He put the two hands around the player. It was a difficult one now. We had it last week. That's the rules. Two hands around the player is you're always going to give it. You're going to give a referee a decision to make, and that's not what the referee wants to do. But unfortunately, them's the rules, Dave.
Those are the rules.
As Lukey Carden gets on the ball here now, Rangers are going to get Shane McElligott back with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. And Pete McCormick just has a word there now with Tommy Fahy, and we're going to resume play here now. 1 point between the teams, and a big hit now by Ashton. Ashton doesn't need to get into that as the ball goes over in the direction of Lukey Carden. Lukey Carden's really stepped up here now. Kenny Murphy's going to get on the ball here.
Looks like a jersey pulled over the head. Down in the far corner.
Johnny Smith's going to get on the ball here now. Great tackle now by the New York Rangers, and that's the kind of momentum changer they're going to need if they're going to get the score back to even. As Jack Rooney gets on the ball here now, he gives it over there in the direction of Ashton Walsh, and that goes over to Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran back to Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh looks up here now. He's got Jack Rooney in support, and he gives it off to him. Jack Rooney's going to give the ball over to Ashton. Ashton gets on the ball here now, and he's got space. Decides to carry it through two tackles. Well done. Oh, tell you now, that was Shannon Gaels to be well advised now to keep the hands to themselves now, because I think that Pete McCormick is not going to be too lenient now as Joey Grace gets on the ball here. We seen what Rangers did last week. They went a man down. Remember that, Dave? And it only increased their performance. They might very well do the same here today, and they'll be happy to take a minute or two off the clock here now with Joey Grace going short with Chris Mulville. Just goes over the bar, and that's a pity now for the New York Rangers as Ryan Corrigan takes his chance here now. We've seen it last week. Ashton went off. Rangers stepped it up. Shane McElligot's been outstanding for the New York Rangers. They're going to have to really lift it now to present an attacking threat. Shannon Gaels are going to have an extra man here back on defence as they split the defence, and Ryan Corrigan goes down the middle, breaks over everybody's head now, and Rory McCormack there. Outstanding game last week. He's in a cornerback this week as Joey Grace gets on the ball here now. Chris Mulville. Well won by Brendan Ferguson. And that's Kenny Murphy there now on the ball. Kenny Murphy gives the ball over there now in the direction of Rory Duggan. Rory Duggan races down the line now, and he's puts Evan Mulgrew under all kinds of pressure. Rory Duggan create a shot here from nothing, and it goes off the inside of the crossbar there as Niall McKenna gets on the ball here now. And the Rangers are going to have to work hard now to get this ball out of defence. Rory McCormack under a tremendous amount of pressure as he slides back in the direction
open here on the near sideline.
Rangers under a lot of pressure. Niall McKenna, he's the man you want on the ball here now as the Rangers come out of defence there, and they're coming towards the halfway line. Rory McCormack's got Mikey Ryan here. Mikey Ryan's going to have to step up here now with 14 players on the ball. Rory McCormack does very, very well. And now this might happen here now because they hit the man after the ball. I think Pete McCormack is going to have a word. He's going to have a word with Oisin Foy. Oisin Foy, I think there's going to be an early Christmas card here, and it might be yellow and it might be black. I'm not sure here what it's going to be. And it's black.
Yeah, the physical aspect of play has really picked up here in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Oisin Foy, I thought it was black, Dave. Was it black?
I couldn't see.
Oh, it's yellow. Sorry. Yellow card there now. Yellow card for Oisin Foy. And we've got 9 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. A point between these two teams. Joey Grace with the shot. This is well within his range. He's hit it from further out, but he goes over in the direction of Chris Mulville. Chris Mulville, very similar to what they did last week. He's got to take a man on, and he gives it back to Joey. Joey with the snapshot, and does it go just to the right, just wide. Wide number 4 for the New York Rangers. A point between the two teams. Rangers going to have to capitalise, you feel, here now while they have a bit of momentum, Dave.
Right, and if you look at it, there's no wind here at all.
It's very look at the two flags there now. Not too much, so there's no clear favourite in the second half. The ball breaks, and what a catch now. That's Lukey Carden gets on the ball here now. Lukey Carden goes over to the right hand side. I think it's going to Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith's going to get on this ball here now. Gives it off there in the direction of Robert Carden. Robert Carden gives it to Shannon Price. Shannon Price with the shot. What a save! What a save by Calvin Quinn. Whoa, big chance there for Robert Carden. His brother Lukey Carden gave it over to him, but Robert Carden managed to get the snapshot off as the ball breaks down now in the direction of Ashton Walsh. But it breaks for Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith gives it off to Shannon Price. Shannon Price with the shot. And it goes high and it goes wide. Oh, wide number 3 for the Shannon Gaels, wide 4 for the Rangers. Really nip and tuck here, Dave Ryan. Nothing between these teams. Shannon Gaels still a player up. But what a save by Calvin Quinn.
Absolutely pulled it off well and came off his line.
And Calvin with a big shot there now goes down the field, and it goes in the direction of Julian Jamashi. Julian Jamashi takes a big hit now, and he spills the ball here in possession. Nobody in possession here now, and the ball is going to be a free in.
I think on that play there, he had possession and he has the right to knock it away.
Yep.
While he's on the ground. Simon.
Absolutely, he can strike that ball when it's on the ground with a closed fist. Big pressure here now. Emmett Loughran putting it on Rory Duggan. Rory Duggan does well to slip that tackle there now, and he's going down the line to Kenny Murphy. Gives it back to Rory Duggan. Rory Duggan sprints down in the direction of the goals, but he's under pressure here now from Mikey Ryan. Mikey Ryan, he's a big physical player, and he gets a few hits on there now, and that's for Oisin Matters. Oisin Matters tried to ride one tackle, but Emmett Loughran does very well to break the tackle down now. Oisin Matters getting on the ball here now. Emmett Loughran gets on the ball and he turns the player over. Sideline ball to his linesman Tommy Fahy, and the Rangers are going to get the ball here now. Ball doesn't go back into play. No, it's going to be a sideline ball for them.
Going the other way.
Yep. 7 minutes and change here now for the Shannon Gaels. Rangers did outstanding there to win that turnover now, but they'll be disappointed with themselves now with the sideline ball, putting it back over the line. And the ball is going to go here. They're about 50 yards out. Oisin Matters going to take that shot.
Did it ever go out in the field, Simon?
I don't think so, Dave, but it's not my opinion.
Back where it was, but
And the ball goes down now, down to Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy under pressure from Conor Crosby. Conor Crosby gives it over to Shannon Price. Shannon Price in the direction here now of Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith looks up. He takes a hop, he takes a solo, and he's under a lot of pressure from Rory McCormick. Rory McCormick puts him under pressure. Shawnee Smith gets the shot off, and a great score there by Shawnee Smith.
Great score.
As the
40 yards out.
Great score now for Sean Smith. He gets off the mark there now as the New York Rangers are 2 points behind now. 4 minutes left before their player gets back on the field. 6 points now for the Shannon Gaels, 4 points for the New York Rangers. Calvin Quinn with the kick out there now, and a great score by Shawnee Smith as the ball goes up in the direction of Mikey Ryan. Mikey Ryan with the catch, goes over his head. Oh, what a catch. What a play by Julian Jimashi. Julian over to Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy over the direction of Oisin Matters. Oisin Matters, he's got options to the left and right, but he goes himself. He gives the ball off to Shannon Price. Shannon Price has got space off his left. He's got a left boot and a right boot, but he gives it off to Fintan Corbett. Fintan Corbett there now, he's under a lot of pressure from Niall McKenna, and he gives it over there over to Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith takes a hop, takes a solo, looks up there now, decides to give it off there now in the direction of Shannon Price. Shannon Price sidesteps, gives it off, but what a play by Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney, what a play now as Mikey Ryan gets on that ball here now. He's a real difference maker for the New York Rangers. He carries the ball effectively down now, 20 yards down the field, over to Joey Grace. Joey with a hit, well done there Joey Grace, but he gives it off there now. Joey goes down on the ground. Play is going to stop now.
Hope he's all right.
Clock is going to stop here now. Now,
bit of an altercation
not
there.
what we want to see here now in Gaelic Park. A lot of pushing and shoving.
Players from both teams involved.
Now, a lot of handbags here now, Dave.
Some players back.
I didn't
them down.
I didn't see much in the initial hit off the ball. Like it looked like it was a big hit now, but I think it was a legal tackle, Dave. I'm not sure. I can't from here now. We'd have to. It started a big altercation here now. Referee Pete McCormick's going to have a word with his lines people. Maybe they seen something we didn't, but I thought that Pete McCormick did the right thing there now. Once it was obvious the player was injured, they decided to stop the play. I think that was very wise there by Pete McCormick. He's a very experienced referee. He's had a word with both linesmen. I would be surprised here now to see anything now. Maybe a few words telling players to settle down now, because up to this point, Dave, it's been a very, very good, entertaining game.
Right, the last 5 or 6 minutes or so have become much more physical. So before that, it was not the case.
So he's having a word with Oisin Matters. I think it might be a yellow. Now he's going to have a word with Ashton, maybe. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here.
Is there a play on the sideline? He's calling it out onto the field.
What card colour was that, Tim? Red? A red card? We've just red card there, Dave. I'm not sure what that was for. He's not happy. That's Oisin Foy. I'm not sure what happened there now, Dave.
There was some pushing going on, all right.
Now, this is going to be Mikey Ryan, and that's 2 red cards now. Not what you want to see so early in the half. Red card for Oisin Foy, red card for Mikey Ryan. Mikey Ryan's a big loss to New York Rangers. Yellow card, I think, for Oisin Matters. Rangers are not happy with this now, but I've never seen Pete McCormick change his mind so far, Dave.
Nope.
So we're going to restart the clock here now with 5 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock. I think it's going to be a hot ball. Yep, hot ball. Ashton Walsh and Robert Corrin, they compete, and Joey Grace, the man who got hit in the first place here now, he wins the ball, and it goes over now in the direction of Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney, the Rangers are down 2 players, a red card and a black, and they win the free here now. Chris Mulvihill, 44 yards out, Dave. It's probably a hard shot now. And they go short. Over there to Joey Grace. Joey Grace gets on the ball here now. Sorry, not Joey Grace. Chris Mulvihill creates the shooting opportunity, and it's a great score there for Chris Mulvihill. And that's what we like to see.
45 yards out.
A bit of football there now, as 1 point separates these teams. These teams are well capable of playing football. Let's tone down the aggression there and play football, because these two teams are phenomenal when we decide to play football. As Oisin Matters is going to win the ball here now in front of Niall McKenna. The ball spills on the deck as he breaks one tackle. He's under pressure from Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna does very well though to spill that ball, and as Shannon Gaels goes over the line, and that is a sideline ball.
Right on the line there.
I tell you, you want to get up early in the morning to get ahead of Tommy Fahey. He's refereed more finals than I'd say most of these more kids have played. Like, so Tommy Fahey, very experienced man to have on the sideline there for this game. There is Pete McCormick. Sideline.
Like you said, hopefully things will settle down now.
Absolutely. Joey gives it off there over to Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy, first time we've seen him on the ball here now. We've seen what he can do last week there as Joey Grace gets on the ball here now, and he separates 2 tackles and gives it over there to Chris Mulvihill. There's a huge amount of space here on the field. We can see from the 3 players less than there was at the start of the game as Chris Mulvihill gives the ball off to Joey Grace. Joey Grace breaks one tackle. He rides the tackle. He's got a shot, and it's a free in. Yep. Free in now for the New York Rangers, and this is a chance there, Dave. I tell you, this is, is he going to have a word? He is going to have a word with Julian here now. Chance for the Rangers to go equal here, Dave, and they'll be happy enough to have taken now with about a minute left on the clock before their player comes back on the field, as Pete McCormick has a word with a player, and that's a yellow card. Yellow card now for the Shannon Gaels, as a yellow card for Julian. Chris Mulvihill, now this is right in his neck of the woods, and he gets the ball and he puts over the bar. Chris Mulvihill's first score. Even game here now for the New York Rangers and Shannon Gaels. Nothing between these teams. Really, you feel the team that keeps their discipline best, as Rory McCormick with the mark gets the ball in the middle of the field, and he gives it off there over to Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney sidesteps one player. He's got options, and he gives it over to Rory McCormick. Rory to Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill steps inside the tackle, gives it off to Emmett Loughran, but well intercepted. What an intercept there now by the Shannon Gaels. Gives it off to Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy brings that ball there now. Ashton Walsh puts him under pressure as Senna Price is on the ball here now. Gives it over there to Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith there, lovely footballer here now. Gives the ball in long over there in the direction of Rory Duggan. Breaks down in the middle. Right, that's, yep.
He was held out.
Absolutely. Niall McKenna gives a high ball there now to Emmett Loughran. Got acres of space here now if he decides to use it. He's got Chris Mulvihill unmarked there now in the centre. If they decided to give it to him there now as Joey Grace ships a heavy tackle. Fitton Corbett there with the turnover. Spins out of the tackle, and I think that's Lukey Carden. Lukey Carden there gets the ball away. Oh, but it's intercepted again by Emmett Loughran, and Rangers are going to have a chance here now with 2 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock as Lukey Carden turns the ball over and gives it off there over in the direction of Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith on the ball here now.
With him on the right side, gives it to him.
Robert Carden there now, great player to have on the ball. One of the winners there now with the Junior B. There as the ball breaks down here now, and that's Charlie McFadden. Gives it off there to Rory Duggan. Rory Duggan on the ball, left boot. Rory Duggan over the bar, and a great score there now for the Shannon Gaels. Rory's first score. 1 goal and 4 points for the Shannon Gaels. 6 points for the Rangers. There's 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock here now in the first half of the New York Minor Board U18 final, as Calvin Quinn goes long, goes in the direction of Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney goes up, but it's broken well down by Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith gives the ball over there to in the direction of Charlie, but that's Chris Kennedy.
Over there.
Yep, Chris Kennedy on the ball here now. Gives it over there to Rory McCormick. Rory McCormick over there to Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran looks up and he's got options here inside. Gives it off as Shane McElligott comes back on the field there now. Pushing the back. Yep, Pete McCormick might very well decide to bring this ball in a couple of yards, and he does. Yep. Shane McElligott now on the ball here. He's about 30. This will be a good shot if he gets it, Dave. Yep. 30 yards out. It's at an angle now for Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill gives it short over there to Shane McElligott. Shane McElligott's going to have a tough time here now to create the scoring chance, and it's off the left boot, and it's over the bar, and the game's tied up. What a score for Shane McElligott. Great thinking by Chris Mulvihill. He's an expert at the short free kicks, and that pays dividends for the New York Rangers, and it's 40 seconds on the clock as Oisin Mathers gets on the ball here now, gives it off there in the direction of Rory Duggan. Rory Duggan's got one last chance here. 30 seconds on the clock. The Rangers are going to have to work hard now not to give Shannon Gaels a scoring opportunity. Kenny Murphy's gotten on the ball here now, but it's well turned over now. Great play by Ashton Walsh. 20 seconds. I think that saved the score.
Looks like a free.
Oh, it's a free in. free in. Sorry, my apologies. Now it's a free in now for the Shannon Gaels, and that's going to be probably the last play here now. Shannon Gaels. That's a tricky enough angle now. I make it about 27, 28 yards out.
It'll have to be a direct kick.
Shawnee Smith, this has to go over. Nobody can touch it now. By the New York Minor Board rules, it goes over the bar. And the Shannon Gaels will take the lead into the start of the second half now. Tough game, tough physical game there, Dave Ryan. What do you think there now about that first half? Good football, very physical. Not the kind of game you want to be refereeing, maybe. I'm glad I'm up here and not refereeing that game.
I think for that 5 minute or 10 minute period where it really got a little edgy and a little stuff going off the ball, but since then I think it's settled down a bit. So
absolutely,
we'll see how the second half starts.
And some great scores out there. I'm thinking Sean Smith, Rory Duggan, Shea McGilligan. Like, we see some lovely scores from tight angles. Yep. Just shows you the kind of quality that's on the field now for both teams in this U18 final. In the Junior B final, Shannon Gaels went into it heavy favourites. There was only a couple of points in the end of it there now, and there's a lot of players on the field that were in that now. The Rangers will remember that defeat, but I think they've really stood up here today, Dave. 7 players coming from the U16s. I believe the Shannon Gaels only have 2 U16s. That makes a big difference in terms of physicality there now in the Shannon Gaels' advantage. Would you think?
It does, but it hasn't really showed. I think both teams have held their own. The speed off the ball, as I said last week, it continues to amaze me. The passing and stuff like that. So overall, good first half. Feel bad for the 2 guys that got sent off, but let's see how the second half goes.
Absolutely. You don't like to see any red cards in this game, but you know, it's U18s. There's a lot of there's a lot of emotions on the field for them. Like, they're a pretty emotional group, and you just have to say though, Pete McCormack, it hasn't been an easy job, and I think he's done quite well though. Like, you know, overall he's been very good. There hasn't been any big mistakes that we've seen. Say it from Mickey Quigg. Mickey Quigg feels it's a very good game there, so we have some input from Ireland coming through as well. Like, he's very impressed by the skill level of impressed by the skill level on both teams, and it's good to see that I think we have a big crowd there. Tim, how many are we watching the game? Do you have any idea? Great to see good numbers at home and abroad here watching the game, and we're signing off here now. We'll be back in about 6 or 7 minutes there for the second half of this game. 1 point separates the teams, and get a chance now to have a cup of tea, and we'll see you in a few minutes then. So
looking forward to the second half.
Great. We're good. Great. Okay, welcome back here to Gaelic Park here. Half-time, the New York Minor Board U18 final, as a point separates these teams as referee Pete McCormack throws the ball in here now, and it spills down, and Emmett Loughran wins that ball and wins his free. Big ball in here now into Chris Mulvihill, wins an attacking mark, very well called, good head on him there, and he gives it over there to Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy gives the ball back to Chris Mulvihill. Mulvihill over there on it, well done here now. Rangers are going to have an opportunity. Chris Mulvihill spins out of the tackle, creates the shot, and it's over the bar, and the game is tied up here now.
Very similar to last week where they got a point in the first minute of the second half.
Absolutely. Game tied up here now.
And just a reminder for everyone, both teams are playing with 14 players.
Absolutely here now. Ryan Corrigan's going to kick this ball out here now. Nothing between these teams. 14 players each, 8 points each. 29 minutes left on the clock. And remember to both teams, 10 minutes extra time if that's where we're going. We thought it was going to extra time last week, but Rangers got a score in the last minute there to win the game as the Shannon Gaels get the ball down here now, but it breaks down the field to Senna Price. Shannon Gaels win the free there now. And that is going to be a free about 36, 37 yards out now for the Shannon Gaels. Senna Price shapes up to take this shot. Maybe he'll think about it, Dave. What do you think?
I think he might go for it.
I think he's going to go for it. The wind is slightly picked up here now. It's in his face. Going to make it a little harder, and it catches that ball there now as it goes over to the right hand side of the post, and it goes wide.
And it had the distance.
It definitely had the legs, just didn't have the accuracy there now as Calvin Quinn's going to take this shot. Kick out here now from the 21.
And like we said, they're playing with the wind, and it has picked up in the second half.
Oisin Foy missing for the Shannon Gaels. Mikey Ryan missing for the New York Rangers. As the ball's kicked down in the direction of Rory McCormack, but Fintan Corbett does very well to get that ball away. But the Rangers drop the ball, turn it over and drop it again. And that is Rory McCormack on the ball here now. Oh no, Evan Mulgrew. Evan Mulgrew, the big man, comes out the field and he gives it down to Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna under a lot of pressure from Shawnee Smith and he spills the ball, but a lovely play along the ground there in the direction of Shane McGallagher. Shane McGallagher tackled there by Julian.
Nice
gives
play
it
on the
off there.
overlap.
Chris Mulvihill's going to have a bit of space here now, but he gives it back to Joey Grace. Joey Grace gives it over there to Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill steps inside off the right hand boot. And a goal for Chris Mulvihill. Did he mean it, Dave Ryan?
He absolutely did. He absolutely did.
What
He
a
looked at
step
that
inside.
near corner and stuck it.
Off the outside of his boot, smacked it into the top left-hand corner, and Rangers go 3 points up. What a chance there for what a goal there now by Chris Mulvihill. As the Shannon Gaels now, they've turned a 4-point turnaround here now in the first minutes of the second half here now, as the ball spills out, and the Rangers turn it over there now, and that is Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna gives it off there now in the direction of Conor Crosby. Conor Crosby gives it back to Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna looks up here now and plays the ball long. It's going to bounce for Jack Rooney, but it bounces too far for him, and Brendan Ferguson does very well to spin out of the tackle there now and give the ball over there to Julian. Julian there back to Robert Carden. Robert Carden, the big man in the middle of the field, the older brother of Lukey Carden, gets the ball off there now and he gives it off there in the direction of Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith gives it down now in the direction of the full forwards, but the Rangers turn that ball over and give the ball off there now to Joey Grace. Joey Grace on the ball here now. He's gone 30 yards into his own half here now. He's under a lot of pressure there from Julian and he wins his free. Well worked there now by Joey Grace, working hard in defence and in attack. And you'd have to say now the Rangers with a great start to the second half there now, Dave Ryan.
Absolutely. Let's see how Shannon Gaels respond.
What a special goal there now from Chris Mulvihill to get it. He must have been 20-something yards out now. He didn't have the angle, but he managed to smack it into the top left-hand corner here with the outside of the right boot. Stepped inside of the defender. Great play from the Rangers. Shannon Gaels have a lot of work to do now. They're facing into a wind with a 3-point deficit. As the New York Rangers come down into the middle of the field, they're out in the far right-hand side of the field. Gives the ball over there in the direction of Chris Kennedy, but Oisin Matters manages to turn the ball over there now and gives it off over to Robert Carden. Robert Carden looks up here now and he's still on the ball, carries it now another 10 or 15 yards. He's under a lot of pressure there now from Conor Crosby and he gives the ball over to Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith looks up and he gives it over to Fintan Corbett. Fintan Corbett under pressure from Emmett Loughran. Fintan over towards Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy there over now there, down to Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith looks up here now. He's got a bit of space and time here now and he gives that ball over to Shannon Price. Shannon Price, he's in the middle of the field, spins out of Rory McCormack's tackle and he gets away from Niall McKenna. Creates a bit of space and a great ball now in the direction of James Kirk. James Kirk gets on the ball here now under a huge amount of pressure from Rory McCormack, but he gets the ball well back to Oisin Matters. Oisin Matters with the shot. Goes short and well played by Calvin Quinn to catch that ball first time. Well worked shot there now.
The wind held it up a little bit there.
A little bit now. The wind has got a little bit stronger now in the second half as Chris Kennedy gets the ball now in the direction of Joey Grace. Joey Grace gives the ball long here now to Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill's got a lot of work to do to create a scoring chance, but he creates a good ball now down in the direction of Shane McGallagher. Shane McGallagher, well played. What a play. Now that was...
If he didn't get it.
Liam O'Connell there now with an amazing turnover and he gives the ball off in the direction of Brendan Ferguson. Brendan Ferguson there goes down the middle of the field, but Niall McKenna, great intercept and he gives the ball off to Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney just spills it, can't hold on to it now. Robert Carden on the ball here now, under pressure from Jack Rooney. Shawnee Smith does well to spin out of that tackle now as... Oh, what a play there now. Robert Carden gets on the ball here now. He looks up now and he sees Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy on the ball, takes the shot just to the right, just wide, nothing in that. And Calvin Quinn, still 3 points separate the teams. 24 minutes left on the clock here, Dave Ryan. The New York Rangers got a bit of an advantage here now with the wind and with the 3-point advantage, and they win a free here now. Just about 30 yards away from their own goals now as the ball goes in the direction of Rory McCormack. Rory McCormack looks up there, the New Haven man who's playing with the New York Rangers here today, as Emmett Loughran carries that ball well down the centre of the field and he gives the ball off there in the direction of Shane McGallagher. Shane McGallagher can't hold on to it now, but he's going to have a foot race here between him and Lukey Carden. Lukey Carden puts a lot of pressure on him and Shane McGallagher does well to win his free here now, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're going to be about 20 yards out now on the right hand side of the D here. No rush to take that free. Chris Mulvihill throws over. The referee places the ball here now. Chris Mulvihill, He can hit it off the right, he can hit it off the left, but I'd say he'll stay with his favourite right foot here now. This to put 4 points between the teams. Yep, point number 3 for Chris Mulvihill. A goal and 3 points for Chris Mulvihill. A goal and 9 points for the New York Rangers. 4 points separate the teams. 22 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, Dave. A lot of time left for Shannon Gaels, but they're going to have to step it up here now, Dave. What do you think?
They're playing tough. Shannon Gaels is not stop playing at all.
Ocean goes short, gives it off to Shannon Price. Shannon Price on the ball here now. He's past the halfway line. As they carry it, he's under pressure from Emmett Loughran, and he's got to work it back into the centre of the field. He ships one tackle, keeps on possession, takes the shot, but it goes short, and Calvin Quinn's going to win this ball here now. Gives it off there to Rory McCormick. Rory McCormick gives it off now in the direction of, I think that is Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran gets on the ball here now. Gives the ball back to Conor Crosby. Conor Crosby over to Rory McCormick. Rory McCormick gives it off here now to Joey Grace. Joey Grace gets on the ball here now. Gives a long ball in the direction of Shea. Shea is going to have a lot of work to do, and he spins out of one tackle. Great ball in the direction of Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill's under pressure. Well done now by the Shannon Gaels defence, and that's Liam O'Connell wins that ball there now along the deck, gives it off in the direction of Robert Carden, but he's under pressure and the Rangers manage to turn it over here now. Shea McElligott gets on the ball here now. He looks up and gives a long ball, and Chris Kennedy's going to have a lot of space and time here now. He's got under pressure from Lukey Carden, but
good defending.
Lukey did very, very well to get on that ball. Gives it over back to Shea McElligott. Shea with the shot, and it goes over the bar, and the New York Rangers open up a 5-point lead, Dave. I tell you, the Rangers have started this half, the first 10 minutes, I tell you, they've been by far the better team in the first 10 minutes of this second half, you'd have to say, Dave.
They are.
Ryan Corrigan kicks that ball out in the direction of Fintan Corbett. Fintan Corbett, ball breaks down, and Evan Mulgrew, he's out in the middle of the field and he gives it off to Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh gives the ball back to Evan Mulgrew. Evan Mulgrew spins out of the tackle and back to Ashton. Ashton's under pressure from Shawnee Smith. He spins out of the tackle and he continues on, but the ball spills on the deck, and it's a free. Referee says a free in now. I think it's a holding call against Shawnee Smith, and Chris Mulvihill, we're probably 50 yards out, so he decides to go short to Shea McElligott. Shea McElligott now, he's put under pressure now from Liam O'Connell, back over the direction of Chris Mulvihill. Chris with the shot, it goes to the right and it goes wide, probably just outside the high percentage scoring chances for him. It's Ryan Corrigan's going to win this kick out here. Kicks the ball out in the direction of Oisin Mathers, but Ashton Walsh wins that ball out, decides to carry the mark. Joey Grace on the ball here now, gives it over to the direction of Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh with a great tackle now by the Shannon Gaels defence, and Shannon Gaels, and it's a goal! Oh! It's a goal for it! Is that Emmett Loughran? What a goal now by the Shannon Gaels. Emmett Loughran with the goal for the for the Rangers. And that's a
there by the Rangers team.
Big mark from Ashton Walsh. He worked it well into Chris Mulvihill, who gave it to Shea McElligott, and Emmett Loughran with the finish there now. 2-10 to 1-5 double scores here in Gaelic Park, and 10 minutes gone exactly in the second half here now. And the Shannon Gaels have a lot of work to do here now. Rory Duggan's a man who can create a scoring opportunity. Gives that ball off in the direction of Robert Carden. Robert Carden down the middle of the field. He's got Shawnee Smith in support, but he decides to carry it himself. Takes the shot, goes to the right, and it goes wide. That's a bit of a momentum killer now for the Shannon Gaels. They'll need their scores if they're going to come back here now. Still lots of time left for them, but it's an 8-point deficit now, Dave Ryan, and the scoreboard is starting to tick. The clock is starting to tick against the Shannon Gaels here now. What do you think, Dave?
I think they're looking, they'll get together at the water break and strategize as to how they can come back against this strong Rangers team. Yeah, as you said, a lot of time left, 20 minutes left. We're
going to have a temporary injury situation. I think the injury is Brendan Ferguson down for the Shannon Gaels. Hopefully he's going to be all right. Brendan's played a great game so far. We don't want to see any player leave the field due to an injury, but you'd have to say Shannon Gaels, this is going to be a critical 10-minute period for them if they're going to continue their reign. They were the New York U18 champions last year, but the New York Rangers, they're looking to do a U16 and a U18 back-to-back championship here, Dave. And I don't remember the last time the Rangers would have done that. Do you remember?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Great, as we say here, great tradition with these both clubs here now. Down through the years, there's been a huge rivalry. Always been the Rangers and the Shannon Gaels, Barnabas and Rockland. Very little separated these teams all year round. The Shannon Gaels did very well in the semi-finals against Barnabas. New York Rangers undefeated there, I believe, in the regular season. And Calvin Quinn's going to kick the ball out here now. Paddy Curtis, I think it's a while since he was U18, so he's got to get off the field as Joey Grace tries to win the ball here now, but Julian Jamashi gets on the ball here, and he breaks down along the ground, and it's going to be Lukey Carden, I believe. No, Rory Duggan, sorry. Rory Duggan gets on the ball here now, and he gives it off in the direction of Centre Price. Centre Price has got an opportunity here now. He takes it off the left boot, but Calvin Quinn does very well to save that. Ships a heavy tackle. Free out for the Shannon Gaels, and that's a momentum changer there now. Shannon Gaels are really going to have to take their chances here now if they're going to win this game. Calvin Quinn, he'll look to take a couple of seconds off the clock. As Emmett Loughran getting on the ball here now. Emmett Loughran down now in the direction of the Rangers, but the ball goes over the sideline, and the Shannon Gaels, they're going to win the ball about 45 yards out, and a high ball goes up in the direction of the Shannon Gaels full forward, but I think it's going to be Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran got a great goal chance here now, and it's a free against Evan Mulgrew, sorry. Evan Mulgrew disappointed with himself, and he throws the ball along the ground. Referee's going to move that ball 10 yards out. Rangers need to keep their discipline here now. They do not need to start letting the scoreboard tick against them as Shawnee Smith steps up here now. I think he's going to put the ball over the bar 21 yards out. Shawnee Smith, you'd bet the house on him, and the house is safe as Shawnee Smith had point number 3. 17 minutes and 45 seconds left. 2-10 to the New York Rangers, 1-6 to the Shannon Gaels. 7 points separate these teams, Dave Ryan.
Yeah, I see the corner forward has moved out to left half forward for Rangers, and he's followed by the cornerback.
Oh, Julian Jamashi, what a great turnover there now, putting the Shannon Gaels under a lot of pressure. But Niall McKenna, what a turnover now for Niall McKenna. That was a goal chance now for the Shannon Gaels as the New York Rangers managed to turn the ball over there now. Niall McKenna, beautiful player, spins out of the right, spins out of the left, and creates a great chance now as the New York Rangers look to break out of defence, transition into offence here now as Rory McCormick carries that ball now down towards Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran with a goal to his name and a couple of points as Ashton Walsh here now gets on the ball here, and they're about 60 yards out. A high ball in the direction of Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney's going to have to work hard, and the ball just breaks down, and 45, yep, came off the Shannon Gaels' hand last. Well worked now by Niall McKenna. Great turnover now down down the other side of the field there, Dave.
That was man on man, and the back played it hard and played it well and put it over for 45.
Yeah, you'd have to say New York Rangers, they're a senior team, and you'd have to be thinking a lot of these players, they're not far off senior football, Dave, by the standard of football they're showing out here today. A lot of future New York seniors, New York County seniors, I think, and a lot of senior club players here to be seen on both teams here. A fantastic game of football. Once the temperature calmed down here, we've gone back to football, and it's been a great game and a great kick by Joey Grace. And what a score by Joey Grace. Joey Grace gets off the mark, and we're back to an 8-point game. What a score by Joey Grace. 45 yards out at an angle, kicks the ball, looks an effortless kick, but it sails over the bar, and the New York Rangers are 8 points ahead as the ball goes in the middle of the field, and it's that man, Niall McKenna, wins his mark. Early contender for man of the match, Dave. I would think a lot of contenders out there in blue. A lot of contenders in blue. Chris Mulvihill, Ashton Walsh, Niall McKenna, Evan Mulgrew, Shea McElligott. A lot of fantastic players in blue. What a big hit now from the Shannon Gaels. Not a legal hit, and the referee is going to, I'm not sure, is this going to be a free in?
Coming up on the water break shortly.
No, free into the New York Rangers, about 40 yards out. Joey Grace just kicked one from a similar distance, but a more difficult angle, you'd have to say. For the right-footed kicker now, this is going to be a hard shot. He kicks it, and it just goes to the right, and it goes wide. That was a difficult shot there. It might have been a little shorter as we go into the water break here now. 15 minutes to go. Dave Ryan, do the Shannon Gaels have a path back here now? 8 points between the teams.
I think they do. We've seen it up here in Gaelic Park at different levels where a team is up and then all of a sudden the other team fights back. So until the final whistle goes, game's never over. I
remember a similar situation in the New York Senior Final this year now with the Barnabas team. I believe they were 10 points down, 15 minutes to go, similar junction, and we've seen what happened in extra time here now, and I wouldn't put it past the Shannon Gaels. They've got the players out the field that can really damage the Rangers. But the second half, Dave, they just, you'd have to say that they just haven't been able to create momentum and create some scoring opportunities. And the Rangers, I'd say they deservedly are ahead in this game here now. What do you think, Dave?
They are so far. But the thing is, and we've seen it at different levels both here and in Ireland, the water break can totally change the momentum.
Yeah.
So let's see what the speech is given by the Shannon Gaels management team, and I think the first 5 minutes after the water break is going to be critical.
Absolutely. Now, see the New York Rangers team talk from Paddy Curtis and Paddy Mulvihill, two very, very experienced players. You'd love to see them on the sideline. I think it's great to see people of the calibre of Paddy Mulvihill, Paddy Curtis, Sean Price and Robert Corrin. Just great to see the management, the backroom teams involved with these kids. They've had a long career. They have a long career ahead of them. But just great to see men like that staying involved, and we see, a lot of support from the families, supporting both teams. We know there's a lot of people at home in Ireland and in New York watching this game here now, and it's been a real feast of football now. This game here, Dave. Nothing really. The scoreboard might say different, but there's nothing really between these teams in terms of the level of talent or the level of skill. And you feel like with a goal or with a couple of points, the Shannon Gaels will be back in this game. And I wouldn't bet against extra time right now.
I think that's what you said last week.
I said that last week, Dave. I have to be right one time. I have to be right once.
But once again, the quality of play by both teams is very, very strong.
Absolutely. And a fitting tribute now. As we started the game, paying tribute to people like Christy Brosnan, Seamus Dooley and the victims of the Bloody Sunday last year, 100 years ago. It's great to see Gaelic football being played. It's been a very difficult year for all these clubs, for all our members, and it's just great to see these kids being able to play the game that we all love and enjoy. And whatever happens in the game here today, I think that these kids have a bright future in their club and in their county colours. And we just hope that this game is remembered for all the right reasons, because today it's really showed great football, great skills in both teams, and we're just about to get started off here now. Ryan Corrigan with the kick. Kicks that ball out long, and it breaks down for Brendan Ferguson. Brendan Ferguson wins his mark, kicks the ball now. Oh, but it's turned over there by Niall McKenna. Ships a heavy tackle from Fintan Corbett, but it's Fintan that looks the worse off from that. Niall McKenna's a small man, but I think he's made of granite. And if you ever think he's a small man, you should watch him play rugby. He's a fantastic rugby player with the New York, with the Fordham Prep high school team. He's a bright future in collegiate rugby and a bright future in the New York Rangers football colours. Great to see him playing out here today. Fintan Corbett, another fantastic player, hurler and a footballer. But I think that he just collided with Niall McKenna's shoulder. Nothing dangerous there, Dave. Nothing deliberate there, Dave. I think he just was unlucky. It's a clash. Niall McKenna is a very, very physically strong player, and it's good to see Fintan looking better already from what was undoubtedly a hard hit. Clock stopped here now. 15 minutes to go. Still 8 points separate these teams, and Fintan Corbett is back up. I believe it's going to be New York Rangers back in possession, and that is going to be Shea McElligott about 60 yards out now at an angle. As the wind has dropped again, Dave, I don't know, it's actually even almost favoured the Shannon Gaels now the last couple of minutes, but it's not going to be a big factor here as we go. The clock starts, and Niall McKenna races down the line, crosses the 45. He's under pressure from Liam O'Connell, kicks it, but
just to the right.
Just to the right, just wide. Hard luck now for Niall McKenna. And the Shannon Gaels, they really, really, really have to start creating some chances here now. Over in the direction of Kenny Murphy, but it's broken down now well by Conor Crosby. And I think Conor spills the ball. Joey Grace puts Kenny Murphy under a lot of pressure. As the ball goes over in the direction of Lukey Carden. Lukey Carden gets on the ball here now. High ball in the middle of the field, and it's going to be, maybe a clash of heads. As the Shannon Gaels win the ball here now. Oisin Mathers is going to have a goal opportunity, but he's well turned over by the Rangers, and the referee Pete McCormick decides to stop the play. I think Rory Duggan, there was a clash of heads there now, and I have to say I think Pete McCormick did the right thing there now, stopping this game, because Rory looks in a bit of distress there now. Pete probably just did the right thing there now. Let the Shannon Gaels have their opportunity, but they couldn't capitalise on it. I believe it's going to be a Rangers ball or maybe a hot ball here now. It depends on what the referee decides. And he just has a word with his linesman, Johnny McGeaney. Johnny McGeaney, he's been instrumental in the development squads. He was a manager of the St. Barnabas team. Another great man to have involved with the minor board and with the youth development programme here now for the New York GA. So referee just having a word with the players here now. We're just waiting for the decision as to what is going to happen here now. Hopefully we want to see Rory back on his feet. Rory, a fantastic player, hurler and a footballer. Great player, I believe. Did a couple of trips with the New York under-16 development squad with the New York Fela team. Undoubtedly a future collegiate player for the New York minor board as soon as that player, and it's we hate to see it now.
Scored it off there.
He shipped a heavy knock here now. I don't think there was anything deliberate in that hit though, Dave. Just an unfortunate clash of heads. I think, is it an ankle injury, Dave? I'm not sure. He looks in a bit of trouble here now.
One leg that, they're carrying him off now, son.
Yeah, Shannon Gaels are going to be forced into making a change here now. I believe it's player number 21 for the Shannon Gaels. I'm not sure now who's on there, and it's going to be a Shannon Gaels ball. Shannon Gaels ball here now. It's a free in, but they can't score. An indirect free, you cannot score. It was an indirect free kick. Shannon Gaels with the shot, and it goes over the bar.
There you go.
Over the bar. I think that was Sean Smith.
And Simon, you never want to see anyone get hurt.
Absolutely not, Dave. We hope Rory is back to his feet fairly soon now. You hate to see a player injured. He'll be back pretty soon. What a catch by Evan Mulgrew. And the Rangers here now. Back to Conor Crosby. Another player, another dual player. He's a hurler and a footballer, and he gives it off there to Shea McElligott. And Shea, under pressure, very smartly wins his free now. And Shea, just short of his own halfway line, gives the ball, and the Rangers are going to look to keep a bit of possession here now. They've got a 7-point lead here now. Are they looking to bring the Shannon Gaels and make them press up the field as Evan Mulgrew gives it off there to Emmett Loughran? Emmett Loughran wins his free, and Rangers now are going to look to take a lot of time off the clock here. Oh, short in the direction of Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy gets on the ball here now, and he gives it off back to Shea McElligott. Shea McElligott looks up. He's got Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran's going to have a chance here now, but well intercepted now by the Shannon Gaels. And that is Fenton Corbett. Fenton Corbett gives the ball over in the direction of Julian. Julian back to Fenton. Fenton looks up here now. He's got a few options inside, and he decides to go long. He goes over in the direction of Robert Carnival. What an intercept there now. Well intercepted by the New York Rangers. And there's Shea McElligott on the ball. He's under pressure now from Julian. Shea McElligott does well to win his free there. Now, he doesn't have many options inside. A lot of the Rangers are back playing, and he goes to the wide. He's got a great option there, right? Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna's going to have to work hard, and a great ball over in the direction of Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy wins that ball out in front of his marker here. He's under pressure, and he gives it back to Niall McKenna. Niall McKenna gives it off back to Chris. Chris looks up again over to Joey Grace. Joey Grace inside. Well done now. Jack Rooney gets on the ball here. He gives the ball over in the direction of Chris Mulvihill.
Oh, great
Chris
touch
scoops
pass.
it.
Great touch pass.
Emmett Loughran's going to have a chance here now. He has to go past two defenders, but he gives it over to Joey Grace. Joey Grace well blocked down. No foot block. Shannon Gaels are going to come out of the blocks here now. It's going to be Ryan Corrigan. Ryan Corrigan with a long ball over in the direction of Lukey Carden. Lukey Carden carries the ball here now. What a player he is, and he carries it all the way down now in the direction of the Shannon Gaels. Back to Lukey Carden. Lukey Carden's under pressure, but he gives it off to Shannon Price. Shannon Price high ball, and Niall McKenna breaks the ball down, but only as far as the Shannon Gaels offense. Back to Oisin Matters. Oisin's going to have a crack here now. Oisin gets on the ball, left foot, and a goal! A goal off the left boot for Oisin Matters. He's got a goal and a point. And there's only 4 points you don't bet against Oisin Matters. And you don't bet against the Shannon Gaels. This Shannon Gaels team, a special group. Clock is stopped. What a play there from the Shannon Gaels there, Dave Ryan. Oisin Matters with the left foot. The clock is stopped.
Is he playing in full forward line?
Oisin?
Yeah.
Oisin is, yep.
They put him in the far corner?
Yep. They've put Ocean Matters into full forward. It's paid dividends immediately. Ashton Walsh is gone on him there now. Ashton's going to have his work cut out now. Ocean Matters can create his chance from anything. He's seen there, stepped inside, not his favourite boot, but he lashed it into the top left-hand corner there now with a great goal there for Ocean Matters. And Shannon Gaels are back in this game with 10 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, Dave. High ball. Sean Price breaks it down into the direction of Senan Price. Over there in the direction of James Kirk, but Joey Grace back in defence there, scoops the ball up, under pressure from Julian. Julian gives the ball off now. He's under pressure from Rory McCormick. Rory McCormick back to Joey. Joey under a lot of pressure. Shannon Gaels offence working very hard in defence, and Robert Carnan in the direction of Ocean Matters. It's going to bounce over everyone's head, and it goes to Senan Price. Senan Price with a goal chance. Side net. Whoa! They had a chance there now. It's great. I tell you what, the forwards and Shannon Gaels really worked hard to turn that ball over. You love to see forwards there working hard on defence. And Calvin Quinn, 9 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. 4 points between these teams, but you feel Shannon Gaels have got a big momentum and the ball slips down on the ground. And Lukey Carden's going to get this ball here now. High ball in the direction of Ocean Matters. Shannon Gaels going to have another goal chance here now. Ocean steps inside one tackle, steps inside two. He lashes it just to the right, just wide. Wide ball. Ocean Matters, you feel he... Oh, I'm not sure here what the two linesmen say. We're going to stop the clock. Now, no.
Okay.
We're going out for a 45, Dave?
No, wide.
Wide. Okay. No. 45, yeah. Ocean Matters stepped inside two tackles, came off a Rangers player, and Shannon Gaels is going to have another bite at the cherry here now. 9 minutes left, 4 points between these teams. Shawnee Smith, who's going to get on the ball here now.
Going to go short.
And it's over, yeah. Now, Liam O'Connell gives it off there now to the Keelan Kenny, I believe that is. Shannon Gaels sub over now in the direction of Liam O'Connell with the left boot. Oh, Kenny Murphy shot bravely blocked down now by the Rangers, and Shane McElligott comes all the way back into his own halfway line, but it's intercepted, is it? No! What a brave play now by Jack Rooney. Works hard to win that ball.
Mataroo on the far side.
8 minutes left.
Pressure
4
there.
points. I tell you, Jack Rooney did very, very well. Well, bravely in for that ball. Bravely blocked down there the Shannon Gaels attack. And Shane McElligott, you have to say, he's been a standout player today. He gets that ball now in the direction of Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy's one of the fastest men on the field. He scoops the ball up, but the Shannon Gaels managed to break it down. Shane McElligott bravely going. If you go down to the ball, you win, you're free. And that's just what Shane McElligott did there now with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, the boot came in there, and Peter made the right call.
I tell you, Shane McElligott, if the Rangers win this game, they're going to have Shane McElligott to thank for a large part of it. He's won 4 points there today. He's dominated, won his ball out in front, and here he is on the ball here again. He solos, he can step, he can shoot left foot, right foot, and he gives it off there to Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill's going to take his time on the ball, gives it out back in the space there now. Emmett Loughran's going to have a chance here now. 2 steps, one. Is it a goal?
Oh!
It is! Emmett Loughran! Second goal for Emmett Loughran. Whoa, what a chance there. Shane McElligott, he's been instrumental all day. He set that up along with Chris Mulvihill, but Emmett Loughran, he carried that ball, stepped inside his man. What a finish, Dave Ryan.
Absolutely, he took a great shot there on goal. And got in the back of the net.
Yeah, Shannon Gaels are not finished yet though. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock as we have 7 points between these teams. 7 minutes to go approximately as Shawnee Smith gets the ball in the direction of Ocean Matters, but it breaks down. James Kirk, he's going to have a chance here now for a second goal if he can get it, but the Rangers turn it over. And it's a 45. Whoa, defence by the Rangers. He managed to turn that over. I tell you, James Kirk was in for a second goal there now if he could get that ball in. But the Rangers, very, very, very disciplined in defence.
Yeah, Shannon Gaels denied on that goal, and then it comes down the length of the field and it's in the back of the net.
Ocean Matters here now. He can hit them from distance. 6 minutes on the clock. go for goal here, Dave, or is there time to go for points?
Time for points.
He goes for the point. Goes high, breaks in the direction, but the Rangers clear the ball out of the way as Oisin Matters gathers on the ball here now. He's fouled, played the advantage. He's going to win the free here now. He's 25 yards out. They decide to go short. Oh, and now Oisin kicked it, but not from the right spot, and he's going to have another bite at the cherry here now. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Shawnee Smith's going to have the ball here now. I think they're thinking about going for goal.
I was just going to say with the amount of time
and it's
left.
short. The Rangers come out of it, but it's broken down along. Shannon Gaels are in possession. Oisin Matters!
Oh!
It's a goal! It's another goal.
He does
at the
a full
left
spin and puts it in the back of the net.
Oisin Matters should be in Swan Lake with a pirouette like that now with 5 minutes on the clock to put 4
Well
points
taken.
between these teams. Second goal off the left boot. What a player he is. 2 goals and 1 point for Oisin Matters. 2 goals and 2 points for Emmett Loughran. 5 minutes on the clock. 4 minutes separate these teams, and I think my bet for extra time is still valid there, Dave Ryan.
That's it.
Oh, pushing the back there. Oh, Joey Gray's going to get on the ball. Rangers are 4 points up. 4 minutes to go. Shea McGallagher on the ball here now. He's out in front of the ball and he gives the ball there to Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill, is he fouled? No, says the referee. It's Chris Kennedy. Gets on the ball here now. Shannon Gaels time that tackle well, and they give the ball back all the way to their goalie. They're going to have to get another goal, you'd feel here now, Dave. Is there time for 4 points, or are they going to have to get a goal and a point? Lukey Carden.
2 scores. So
2 scores, we think. We say it's a goal and a point as Lukey gets a great ball in the direction of, I think it's Keelan. No, it's Kenny Murphy. Kenny Murphy's going to get on that ball now. He's near the end line. They get it back to that man. That's who you need on the ball. It's Oisin Matters. He gets on the ball there now to Lukey Carden. Lukey Carden spins one way and gives the ball back to Keelan Kenny. Keelan takes a pass. He passes it over there to Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith, he's to go through about 6 players. And it goes to the right and it goes wide. Was the shot the right thing there now, Dave?
yes, he was under a bit of pressure, but when you get close to the goal, you have to go for it.
Yep. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. Calvin Quinn's going to stroll out all the way here, and the Rangers are 4 points up. They don't remember them having a 4-point lead last week, but they know how to finish out a game. And Calvin Quinn takes his time, gives the ball. Nope, he's going to have a second crack at it. Goes high, goes long, in the direction of, breaks down in the field. It's going to be a push in the back. And it's going to be the Rangers, and Rangers no rush to take this free. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Time ticks down, Dave, and every second is a big chunk of time for the Shannon Gaels. If they're going to get a goal and a point here now, they're going to need 4 points. There probably isn't time for 4 individual points. It's got to be a goal and a point, and they have to press up on the Rangers. There's less than 3 minutes on the clock. The Rangers are tackled, and they ship 2 tackles, and free. Yep. Ashton's going to win his free. Shannon Gaels be well to get away from that free if they're going to get the chance. 2 minutes 45 seconds. Ashton Waltz takes a bit of time, gives the ball over there in the direction of Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney gets on the ball here now. Rangers are going to play keep ball. Can they do it for 2 minutes and 30 seconds? I'm not sure, but they give it off to Ashton Walsh. Ashton spins out of 1 tackle. He spins out of 2, and he gives it back over there in the direction of Shea McElligott. Shea, lovely play there by Shea. Spins it over the top to Emmett Loughran. Emmett Loughran's going to go. He's got on goal. He's 1-on-1 to finish the game. 3 goals for Emmett Loughran. Dave Ryan. 3 goals and 2 points for Emmett Loughran. 4 goals and 11 points for the New York Rangers. 2 minutes on the clock. You have to say, Dave.
That just about does it.
I haven't heard a flat lady sing, but she's warming up. And here we go, over to Shawnee Smith. Shawnee Smith there gets on the ball here now. The Shannon Gaels are not going to go down without a fight. And Chris Mulvihill's going to get on the ball. Gives it over to Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy, is he going to go to the corner, or does he go in toward taking a goal opportunity? He spins out. Nope.
Keep possession.
Keep possession. Back here now for Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill's under possession. Lukey Carden. Don't need to see it. We don't need to see that. Just play the game. There's 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Oh, bit of an altercation there.
Handbags are going to do nothing here for for either team here. It's been a great game so far.
Some of the subs getting involved.
Yeah, no need to see. It's been this second half's been a great game. Look, feel bad for the Shannon Gaels.
Bit of frustration there.
But it's not easy to lose a minor final, and we just hope that this game can end as good as the game has been played. They're going to give it out here over in the direction of Joey Grace. Joey Grace is going to get on the ball here now. Gives it off there in the direction of Chris Mulvihill. Chris Mulvihill's going to have time here, and he gives it back to Joey Grace. Joey Grace over there to Shane McGilligan. Shane McGilligan takes his time. He's been a standout player here today as the ball goes over. Rangers are doing all they can to take the time off the clock. Back in the direction of Conor Crosby. Conor Crosby gives it off here over the direction of Ashton Walsh. Ashton Walsh has got plenty of possession. 50 seconds left on the clock. There's a bit of time left as Conor Crosby gets on the ball here now. They're going to take acres of time and they're going back around the field. Ball goes long, goes in the direction of Jack Rooney. Jack Rooney's going to have time here and he goes to Joey Grace. 30 seconds left on the clock. Joey's got time. He can take a shot here now if he wants, and it goes for it. It goes over, and it goes over the bar. 4 goals.
Nice score. That'll just about do it.
Joey's second point.
Shannon
Gaels win the mark here now.
Behind the ball.
16 seconds left on the clock. Okay, that's Shannon Gaels are going to have a chance here now. Oisin Matters is going to have a crack at the goal here now, we think. He's stopped, but he continues on his play. What a fantastic player he's been. 2 goals and 2 points. Shannon Gaels are going to win a free as the clock stops. I believe Shannon Gaels will have another chance here now if they want.
I think that's it.
That's it. That's all she wrote, Dave. 4 goals and 12 points for the Rangers, 3 goals and 7 points. It was a great game of football, Dave, you have to say. But the Rangers, did they deserve that margin of a victory?
They took their chances when they had them.
I think that
some big goals there in the second half.
I think it was a point at half time, Dave, between these teams.
Yes.
What a fantastic second half performance there from the Rangers. Great performances all around the field, but I have to say standout players, Dave. Shane McGilligan there, outstanding. Chris Mulvihill, Emmett Loughran, 3 goals and 2 points. Joey Grace, Calvin Quinn, Niall McKenna. I'm running out of players here, Dave, because it's been 1 to 20. I think it's been an outstanding performance there from the New York Rangers. But you'd have to also give credit to people like Oisin Matters,
absolutely,
Rory Duggan, Senan Price, Julian Jamashi. They've been outstanding there now, and it's great to see the Sean Price there, manager of the Shannon Gaels, over to congratulate Paddy Mulvihill and Paddy Curtis. They've soldiered a long time on the same field against each other and with each other on the New York jersey. But you have to say, Dave, there, what a great performance by the Rangers. They were outstanding, and great to see them do the back-to-back 16s and 18s championship.